YouTube folks. So update on my phase 2 challenge account so far. Currently on phase 2, still battling with the phase 2, going up and down. Haven't taken too many trades so far. I'm not even expecting to take this much time. It's funny how this is getting too long for me, you know. So far I think it's about 6 trade. Tried to talk about it last week. Nope, can't. And let me check JPY. Let me check JPY. Okay, this is a break-even trade. Okay. On the next dashboard. So I'm currently up about 0.7, somehow like break even for me. Sometimes, you can't do anything about stuff like this. I really want to pass it with just like 2 trade, but I don't know. I've not had like 2 wins straight up on this phase 2 so far. So it's like it's taking time. I don't know. This is getting to like 2 months plus with this challenge, I'll say. So let's look at the dashboard. I did not even check this dashboard. I'm like, but I know the stats already. So 5 trading days. See, I'm up only 0.76%. Still break even. So 5 trades. So let's explain why I took 5 trades and still haven't passed the phase 2 account so far. I don't know. I wish I can pass it that fast. But this is what the setups are giving me so far, and I can't force it. I can't force nothing. If it's break even, if it's stop loss, if it's TP, going to be what it is. I can't do much. So I'm only just taking uh, what I know it's valid, and after that, the rest is out of my control. I've talked about this a lot. So as you can see, nothing too much here happening. We've just taken just 5 trades and still within break even. So if you remember the last video, I think we are somewhere around here. This is the last. No, this is the last trade for last month. This is the last trade I talked about, and it was a stop loss. You remember I was looking for a break of this trend line. There was a trend line there. I think somehow like 4 touch points. So I was looking to see the 4 touch point got broken around there, and it didn't happen. So let me explain what I was looking there real quick. Just want to summarize all these things and make sure I'm just updating the whole stuff. So this is trade we're going to start with. I have 1, 2, 3, and the rest is on JPY. This JPY is not that bad, to be honest. But JPY, I've been getting a lot of setups, but it starts to range. I don't know, due to the war and all that. And there's no decent peak movement there. So we had 1, 2, 3, and this is the 4 touch point. Let me just push it back there to see what I'm looking at. You see why I always expect from the fourth touch point to get broken. And so I have 1 2 3 already. So on the 25th February, I was looking to just take this breakout. So see what happened here. We ran previously high, we retest. This is the 1 hourly. Let me go to the 15 bar. Come on, come on, come on. Alright. So we ran previously high. I was riding with these 30 touch points. We have 1 2 3 here, another 1 2 3 here. So let me explain here. So see what happened now. We ran previously high clearly, and with everything that is happening on the higher time frame, I was looking for more long. I was not looking to get a fake breakout from this zone. If it's a third touch point, I might be looking for a potential fake breakout from this zone and position for so. But it's like the fourth touch point, and it's a higher time frame for touch point. I expect it to break, um, push to the next key level before start dropping, like break, retest there, but it didn't happen. So we ran previously high, we retest, you can see, and the next key level is somewhere around here. The next key level somewhere around here. So now this is the storyline. I was targeting this key level for my take profit, and see what happened here. So pushed almost 1 hour, then reversed to come back and take me out. This, I don't know, took me out like almost, what's the time then? I think somewhere around here. Yeah. So we break out, retest, start to push up a little bit, and then reverse back again. So it reacted to that fourth touch point, but it didn't react that much. Like the drop was not even valid. So that's why I was confident to wait and see if the trend line is going to break again, and that's what happened. You see, it shows that the strength here of buyers are still more interested here, and you see how we reacting to this level. It drop back again, and as of this point I was like, okay, probably next week this trend line is going to get broken. So coming to the chart by Monday, and that's what happened exactly. I talked about this last video, and then I said if this did not break today, I'm expecting it to break the next week most likely, and that's what happened. So next week what happened, we start to push again, and I noticed coming to the chart we have already taken out this trend line, this fourth touch point, and that confirms everything. So what happened again? What did I do? I set my previous day high and low, and I wait for it to give me the reaction I want. This is where I'm supposed to get in on this entry, but if you can see, it's around 6 a.m. It's just too early for me. Uh, it's way too early. This is a clean move, but there's still more buyers momentum. I had to wait for a good retracement and see more buyers coming in again, and then I joined the move. So that's what happened here, and I was riding with this third touch point. There's always a third touch point valid somewhere with all this trend line. There's always a third touch point. So I have 1 2 3. So this area, I'm just looking at it as the major touch point there. So I have 1 2 3. Let me adjust this so it's not confusing. So we have two major levels here, 1, 2 area, and the 3 touch point here. Some people say, okay, this is 4. Okay, I'll explain why I like to look at it sometimes. You don't want to stress this trend line stuff. Stress everything. You start to look at it as, oh, the trend line is the main thing that will tell you. It's not that. All right. So even after, aside that, I still have a mini counter trend line there with at least 3 touch points there. So it even makes sense for me to, even if that's the fourth, if you're looking at it that way, but for me it's third. So I have something like this. So it makes sense for me to ride this move at 1, 2, 3. So as I'm riding this move, the higher time frame, remember, I said the higher time frame is what's even giving me more confidence. What's happening in the higher time frame is what's giving me confidence to join this move. So we ran previously high, we retest. I love this retest with the W pattern. It's always a W pattern, but unfortunately I was not present here. It's just too early. I don't like taking trade too early that much. So we close above this next key level to the next key level. But coming to the chart, since stuff like this happening, so I had to just wait out, be patient, and see the reactions I'm going to get. If we're going to get continuation upside or we drop back down. So the same pattern that formed here, same thing here. You see the nice W pattern with a close above. So once that happen, I see we already have one close above here, so I don't necessarily need to wait for this candle to close, because I got in somewhere in the body of this candle. Immediately just cross the trend line. I was like, okay, the momentum is there, let's take it straight and see where it takes us. And that's what happened here. You see the nice W pattern, and I had to adjust position and target the next key level right at the top. And once this key level got broken, I exit. Simple. So on this day, you see -1 hour here plus 2 hour. So overall, by around this time, I am up just 1 hour for the week, until I lost another trade. So which brings me back to break even. I don't know if it's making any sense, but I've done this same thing over and over again. I've explained it lots of time. Almost all my videos, I'll somehow talk about trend lines, key level, and price action, chart pattern. You know, over and over again. So sometimes, if you're new to all this stuff, like if you're like very 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 new to trading, it's going to be a little bit confusing for you, this explanation. But my previous video might help. If you want to pick out some stuff there, my previous video might help. So this is Monday 2nd March. I didn't take any other trade on USD JPY. USD JPY is the last trade, but let's go to GBP JPY. GBP JPY, I lost another trade on the 6th. This trade is valid, but there are situations where you can't really tell if it's going to be, if it's a third touch point or a fourth touch point. This is the example of one here. I have one right at this top here. I'm supposed to count this because it's not that far from each other, but I just let it go. I have second here and the third. This should play out, to be honest, because if you my exit and entry, I'm not looking for too much pips. I'm just looking for 60-50 pips between. So a lot of times it's possible for me to get this push, smash TP, then reverse back. That was what I was looking. That was what I was looking to see, but didn't happen. Pushed to almost 1 hour, then reversed, then took me out. So at this point, I'm back to break even on my account. So you see, 3 trades so far, break even. Now you understand more. Now you understand more. So after that, on the 11th March. Didn't take any trade Monday, Tuesday until Wednesday, um, March. Uh, so it's a clean trade, but stop me out on break even, then went straight to TP. Man, I don't know. I don't know this trade. Oh, it's a clean trade, bruh. Clean trade, but did not give me the opportunity to capitalize on it. That's what happened there. So I have one touch point, two, and the three potential touch point area. So then, and what happened here is very very simple. It's always the same thing. You know, you run previously high. It's higher time frame bias. But if I will do that, it's going to take a lot of time too. So we ran previously high. We retest nicely. Where is this key level? God. I think I removed that key level by accident. Let me put another one there. Just for this explanation. Because I've passed that. I don't plot key levels all over the place. I used to do that, but I think it's sometimes it confuses me. So I like to leave it only where my entry is and my potential exit point. So I don't like to leave it on all over the chart. It's still okay if you want to, but I'm trying is alert again. Alright. So this trade, my entry is a little bit late, but I was so confident with this setup. I was so confident with this setup, and just left me, man. So especially when build-ups like this happen, and so see what happened here. Market breakout, we retest and start to um, give more bullish pattern here. So with this happening, multiple rejection, all right, and I got in on this trade the moment market um, breakout close above here with this bullish candle here, and then once this starts to print, I entered and set my stop loss right below this structure here. So I was looking to take this trade and close above the next key level, and that's what happened exactly. But the thing is, what happened? Market pushed up, come back down. By this time, I'm already break even. I think the break even was just too early. I usually break even around 1 to 1.4, 1 to 1.5, but we ran this high already, and market gets to this next key level. The reactions on key levels, sometimes it will not get to that 1.4 exact. So it's good to let it, to allow it to be a little bit flexible sometimes, because it's structure change. A lot of things is not the same thing all the time. So I break even my trade, and then market push back, take me out, and went straight to TP, just like that, just like that. you know so I was risking 1.5% here on this trade to get 3%, course, and didn't play out. So this is the break-even day. I did not violate my rules. It's not this type of thing that will make me to think that I've broken my rules. This is not. It's nothing like that. This is just what this day gave me. I did not rush to take another trade or over risk, over leverage, uh, you know, or do anything stupid. Just let it go and position and wait for the next setup. Pretty much still around break even anyway, so there's no loss, but I closed this day with just break even. So still a W day, followed the plan, but didn't get. This is like almost 1 to 1.4. It didn't get to that level. Um, the position size might look this way here, but on my MT5, and it's almost 1.4. So I broke even real quick, and I think that was the issue there. I should be able to allow this trade to flow. It's just because of the timing. The timing, that's what I was looking, and I don't want to just um, allow it to just come back and take me out just like that, you know, and knowing that I'm supposed to break even. So I just let that go and come back on. Came back on the 12th of March. That's like the very next day. So you see now so far that was like trade number 4, and this is the 5th trade now. Yeah, this one did not. This what I don't hold trade overnight, so I just had to close out um, before market. Um, so I have one, two, I have 1, 2, 3 at that point. Let me reduce it to what I was looking at. So 1, 2, 3. So let's see that this trend line is just like magic. I will continue to say this, but you have to figure out your own way of approaching it. There's so many ways to use trend lines. Like there's a lot of ways to approach trend lines. And me, this is my own style. So market is on a clear uptrend. We ran this level already. There's nothing to be waiting for anymore. So what I did here, let me go to this higher time frame, because I have to adjust the trend line, because as um, market progress. So you see there, so I managed I adjust this trend line to somewhere around here. So seeing that we broke this trend line again, retest and start pushing up again. I was like, okay, I still the, this trend line, market is on a strong uptrend, and the fact that this trend line got broken again and giving me more bullish signs and more bullish presence here, and I was like, okay, I now know that I'm looking for buys now. I'm looking for more buys. I just need to see something that makes sense in line with what's already happening. And this is looking at this higher time frame structure. What's happening here? You already know we have 1, 2, 3. Again, the fourth got broken, and see what happened here. We retest that trend line back and start pushing. We run this high. This is like if you understand structure, this is everything you need to see. This is everything you need to see here. And all right, so I start to look for a trend line that to confirm what I'm looking for according to my own um, idea. So here we got previous day high here. It's a real hotspot for liquidity. Previous day highs and low, man, is man. I love this. So it's still the same thing. Here again, we ran previous day high, start playing around that level, push back down. Like, hmm, this is not that healthy. I already have 1, 2 touch point here. Maybe we're about to get a fourth. Maybe we're about to get a third touch point here, and we reacted to that level. You see, we reacted like we are going to start pushing, because I was just waiting for this to close above this key level again. We ran previously high again. We have key level here. I don't know if I remove this key level, but I think it's okay. We ran previously high, so this move here, this particular area here, I was like, okay, since if we are able to close above here, I'm going to take this trade and target the next key level. And it didn't play out. It just started to, you know, push back to below that trend line. Oh, it doesn't make any sense. So what I did is I set another trend line. I have 1 2 3, and I was okay. Let's see if we are able to. Maybe we are just late here. Maybe we're just late. I don't need to, close the chart. So I was still looking to see that level got broken. So the moment we start to print this, create this weak rejection here, and it close above this key level, boom! I was like, okay, this fourth touch point is going to get broken. The fourth touch point is always weak. From the fourth touch point, I'm not saying it's not going to hold. There are lots of time where it will react to like complete reaction. You see reactions there, boom, 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 fourth touch point, fifth. But with trend lines here, your job there is to adjust it relevant to the current price. So it's always that thing. So you're always looking to see if it makes sense with what's happening. So this is why you can't just depend on it. At least for me, I've seen a lot of people trade naked trend lines, and if you know what you're doing is, it's not bad. I've seen, like, I remember when I was like, I was like, because I don't used to see a lot of trend line traders, and I was struggling with this strategy, and I started to ask questions like, "Bro, are people even using this trend line stuff?" Because all I see is sweep this, run this, sweep that, liquidity here, that, like, man. So I start to, okay, let me look at traders that are using trend lines. I start to see, bro, they are the like simplest, you know all those guys, all the people that are using it, their strategy is so simple and straightforward. That's when it starts to click for me a little bit. And if you see traders like Tory Trade, Swagisi adds a little bit of trend lines to his strategy too. I think it's one of the most important um, confluence he used. I don't know, but I'm not really sure now. It's been a long time. And the next person is like Tory Trades. I don't know if you look it up, you might know this lady. She trades with pure naked trend lines. Nothing, just break one. She enter the trend, ride it. If it breaks, she exit. That's all. It's as simple as that. Imagine if I take a trade from here and I was just like waiting for this trend line to get broken before I exit. Bro, look at where price is now. This is like, but my brain don't understand it that way, so I need to work with what I already have, what my brain understand, and what was the sweet spot for me. So you see, and it's not that trend lines don't work. you know you are the one that's going to make it work. It's not about strategy. Any strategy works. It's not about strategy. It's not about strategy. So you see how this day ends. I don't hold trades overnight, so before market close, I'm already out. All right, it's okay. I closed out below 1 hour. So this is why you see me. This is the last trade, and this is why you see I'm just still around break even on my trade, 0.76%. So that's what I got. That's what I got on this trade. It's a clean trade. It should pushed up, and it did pushed, but I don't hold trades overnight. There's a lot of reasons why I don't do that. It's not. I just don't like it. I want to sleep free mind. I don't want to think about anything. So it's normal for me. I'll close it if you like push 10,000 pips the next day. It's none of my business. I'm just focusing on the main move for each day, you know. And if you look at it, this is like this part of the main move for this day, but and I'm only able to, you know, take out less than 1 hour from this trade, and it's okay. There are lots of trades where I'll still, you know, see myself like below 1 hour, even close to 2 hour, and you know, it just depends on how the market play out for that day. So that's all. That's all. That's everything so far. This is how this is the update on my phase two so far, and let's see. Hopefully, let's see what next week got for me. I'm not rushing this phase two. I don't plan to spend too much time, but as you can see, there's nothing I can do here. This is almost 3 months now with this challenge. I'm really tired, Seth. I'm tired. Everything is just boring. But I'm not the kind of I don't even have issues of click all the time, you know. So I'm not this type of person that jumping on trade. I like one trade a day, stop loss TP. I don't do re-entries. If it's my personal account, sometimes I try. If I trust that move well, very well, but I don't do re-entries. I don't do revenge trading. If you're taking one trade a day, if it's part of your main rules to take just one trade a day, I think it's going to be very hard to revenge trade if that's what your rule says and you respect it more times. Is you not do, like, some people cannot even hold um buy one prop firms and like trade it for a month. They will blow it like 1 month. They're already buying. They're already on their sixth account, and it's not about that. I don't know. Like I see this all the time, but you know, everybody journey is different. So just make sure your rules are tight and allow some breathing space. Don't put rules that would that's too choke. That is, so you see something obvious, you're not, you know, you're not flexible to do something. You're not allowed to do anything. It's like that. I don't, you know, try to leave some breathing space. But for you to understand that you definitely spend time with these strategies, with your approach. You spend a lot of time with this. You do a lot of chat time for you to build that connection, to understand when to, okay, all right, I think I can do this. It's not that clean, but it makes more sense with, and it's even more aligned with what I'm looking for. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. So sometimes you see, oh, why you not count this as touch points? Because I'm looking at it as just zones and structure. The trend line is like the guide for me there. So like, this is what happening. All right. So it's just like, okay, like, let's say, let me use example here. See, by this time now, let's say we have 1 2, and we ran previously high, we retest and push come. This is an entry signal. Why didn't I take this trade? All right. Why didn't I take this trade? Because I see there's gap here. There's still trend line that's here, and the timing, you know, even if it's 8 a.m., the timing, there's still time for price to still want to play around. And I see this reaction here. I was like, we should be able to get a third point on this trend line before this push. Now you understand? We should be able to get a touch point on this trend line before this push. So this is why I didn't chase. I did not chase this move, because this is a good entry confirmation. I'm not gonna lie. If there's a touch point here, if this touch point, uh, to be honest, I would have been. This is like probably a lost day. But this is what trend line does for me. It does like as a guide. It's not the overall main thing. It's like it. Oh man, I don't know, bro. But it's like the main thing, like the main is the like second focus there. It tells me when I'm supposed to expect pullbacks, and not just to rush because the chart pattern confirmation is there or the price action there. It shows me like there's potential pullback here before market will start to push up. And I'm very very okay to see this price push back, pushed up to this key level, to the next key level, and I'm not in. It's okay, because this has taught me so many lessons over. This is why I say you need to spend the strategies like this. You need to spend time with your strategies, back testing, collecting data. You need to be collecting data and over, like see what's happening within the strategy, build more muscle memory. All right. So this, like, that's the main aspect of this trend line for me. So sometimes you see me, I'm looking at, oh, this, like, I'll count third, fourth touch point. You see, like, oh, why is this guy counting this small touch point? And like, no, it's the reaction that happened there. It's not just the trend line. But I was like 1, 2, 3. That's what always on my head. 1, 2, 3 break. 1, 2, 3 break. 1, 2, 3 break. It's like, okay, where is the next pullback here? What's trend line saying here? And that's just it. This is the same thing I'm repeating over and over again. And if you're not if you have not pushed it to the point where you are doing just one thing, man, it's going to be still confusing. If you're still there, just continue to push and continue to um, backtest, collect data, and you see, you definitely start to notice things in this, within your approach, that only you understand. And sometimes you're explaining to some people, but I can explain trend lines for you, key levels. I can explain structure or price action or chart pattern, but I cannot like force what I'm seeing as of that time. I cannot just force it for you to understand it. It would be very very confusing until you build your own approach, and that is comfortable for you to, you know you exit and you will not get mad. You can take losses and not get mad. You get break even, you're fine with it, because you have seen this happening over and over and over again. It's just you repeating the same stuff. So that's what I'm going to yap about for now. So far, it's like, this is my updates on the phase two. We're still battling with it, up and down. I'm supposed to buy the 25k again. I did not buy it, but it's nothing. It's like, let's try to pass this phase two. Let's try to pass this phase two and see, at least. It's no rush. I already saved this money somewhere, and it's not just to buy it and load it everywhere on my dashboard. It's not like that, you know. Let me I'm enjoying this I'm enjoying this the journey so far with this prop firm trading. So, every trade here, it's a lesson, you know. It's a lesson. Teach Just teach me something deep down, and only me is understanding this thing, and that's what keeps me going, constantly refining my strategy, not changing anything, but refine my patience. Refine my patience, my add more wait time, and just be okay with whatever happens within my rules. That's it. Treat my losses like my wins. This is what I'm doing. Like, I'm slowly at this point where my brain now is just numb to these losses or wins things. Just like, oh, I'm doing something, then I'll check my trade. What's happening? TP, break even, stop loss. Okay, next day we come back again, do it again and again and again and again. And if it's a profitable strategy, which it clearly is, so definitely I will come up profitable after series and of trades. Definitely, the probability will kick in. You see the you see the reason for the patience there. You see the reasons for not doing too much, and not every day is a trading day. You see that because your stats, everything shows it, and you have spent time with it. So let me not yap too much on this, and this is all I wanted to, I just want to update on my channel. So you see, I usually I'll so if you're not on my Telegram and you want to follow stuff, you want to see the trades live, as a, like me updating the SL to break even, TP, SL, um, TP, stop loss or break even, whatever it is, or maybe we just close with any amount for the day. There you see, I will update it here as I'm doing everything. So that's all for now, and there's nothing I want to talk about. I wish I can do more back tests, but bruh, I don't want to frustrate people. Start clicking, refreshing because of network issue. Uh, I like now. I've, I've been doing it more at night. Uh, so, but this Ramadan, I've not been back testing like back to back because there's a lot of activity. I'm very weak during the day sometimes, and you know we have prayers at night and all that, so I just can't put back testing in between those time. I'm supposed to be focusing on the whole fasting process and make sure my prayers are in, I'm clean and everything. So that's all for now, guys. I'll leave the link of the Telegram on my description. If you want to join, follow all those trades live. We'll see until the next edge for sure.